Hi, my name is Sheila Geraldine Vargas Dueñas. I'm a fourth semester of a degree tourism. The following video that my group and I will present is from our ecotourism trip. We made it to Agua Blanca, where we put into practice everything learning during of the course.
We start from the Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo at 6:35 in a hard track convoy. We were reassured when the truck starts by around red. The driver from and after a few minutes, we continued our normal way. When we got to Tulancingo, we stopped at a hospital because one classmate felt bad afterwards. After an hour, finally, we left white water and arrived at 12 p.m.
In the morning, the gang of eat papaya for breakfast with yogurt, chilaquiles, and coffee.
The first is that the owners of Agua Blanca were assigned place for camping houses. Each them was assigned a space to building houses camping. Indication were given us to accommodate them, and if any them had any doubt, we helped them. There were no complications when arming the camping houses. After we performed, all activities were planned. On Saturday at 5 p.m., we gave instruction to the teams. They began to disarm his tent. It was a little slow because we had to accommodate everything, but everything went very well. Finally, we stayed in the truck to leave.
This activity was proposed by Camp's manager and was based on 5 steps. Number 1. We crossed the first leg on bridge from east to west. Number 2. We colored 3 balloons in a small waterfall. Number 3. We did hit the deck. Number 4. We crossed the second leg on boat. And number 5. We collected 5 candies in the forest.
At 4 in the afternoon they were called to the students to eat and served with rice, sticks to Mexican and watermelon.
After of the food, we decided to go to the center Agua Blanca. This way that we took our things because we went to the downtown. During the way, we were talking about Agua Blanca is a calm and a very nice place. The residents were polite. On the road, we saw the aguardientes fabric. We continued walking approximately 2 hours until we come to the center. We could observe the municipal presidency, the kiosk and other places. Finally, we took a taxi to return to the camp.
Surprise activity. In this activity, the people in the camp put us in circle and the owner Mario told us that we couldn't talk and we trust him. Then his family began to cover our eyes. Suddenly, one of them took our arm and moved us. We felt a little scary because we didn't know where they took us. Then they whisper you. This thread represents your life. It's very fragile and must take care to not break. On the way, you will find obstacles. You find with your friends. Beware, careful not to trip, and the end you will find the reward. In the way, many of us hit into the trees. We stumbled and got dirty. Many of us, to know we ended the thread, we're freaking out because we thought that it had been broken, but it was the end, and Mario was there and said, "Well done, you did it." And finally we arrived at the campfire.
When arriving overnight, we realized an activity named stellar observation. In this activity, we appreciate some weird and major constellations in the sky with the sky clear. First, giving a brief explanation of the space we occupy on Earth. The interpretation requires celestials to describe the constellations, but this is useful when you have a telescope. We not have a telescope, so we observation the major constellations that are we can see at a glance. For example, Orion, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Aries, Gemini, and others.
In the night, each group was organized to bring anything to eat, the morning left sandwich and the evening pasties.
The day Saturday, it's 9:30 o'clock in the morning. The people of the camp cooked us breakfast, melon with yogurt, egg in a green sauce, and coffee.
Estamos echando a andar este lugar, el Pinar. Como reseña no era lo que es ahora, no había agua, no había árboles. Y un día dijimos vamos a traer agua y vamos a poner árboles. Y se convirtió en esto que ahora ven. De hecho sigue para acá el terreno. A lo que voy es a que se pueden cambiar las condiciones. Es un lugar, más o menos estaba la fisiografía así natural, ¿no? Pero muchas cosas se pueden adaptar. Y seguramente ustedes que estudian turismo, hay turismo de naturaleza y hay lugares que se propician y se hacen. Y hay como segmentos del turismo, ¿no? Nosotros nos estamos enfocando un poco al turismo del segmento de campamentos, trabajar con grupos. Nos falta mucho, nos falta un albergue, por ejemplo, para manejar grupos, hombres y mujeres, y entre otras cosas, ¿no? Tal vez mejores servicios. Pero estamos en un proceso, estamos en un país donde es complicado echarse a andar. Y creo que está funcionando. Cuando el hecho que vengan ustedes, para el próximo mes tenemos ya como 3 campamentos programados.
This waterfall is located in the town San Pedrito, has abundant vegetation, a variety of flora and fauna. The way to reach them was narrow, so we had to be very careful not to fall, and we right choice for the wall. On the way, you could appreciate some chickens, squirrels, lizards, and variety of insects, such as mosquitoes, among others. That observation on flora and fauna and photography. Safari was as performing, so we crossed this waterfall carried the Yugo. Go to this place was a unique and unforgettable experience since we were in direct contact with nature and breathed clean air which was very nice.
Within our activity of hiking through the cascade, were able to observe and appraise the wonderful view that gives us the nature, as well as we also had a few moments so unless altogether when we reached the waterfall in which to arrive have to walk and pass within a stone in order to arrive at the part where we enjoy the weather. Within our activities was the flora and fauna, as well as to also know how to coexist with nature and respect it, preserve it, and taking care of the place.
Ay, cuidadito.
The materials for the feeding of birds are honey, nuts and bread hard, and roll of cardboard. The object main is care the environment not contaminating because the paper smells quickly. Also we bring food to birds.
Steps to make a bird feeder. The first thing we did was cut the cardboard in half. Then we spread honey in the cardboard. It had to be quiet so that the food will stick. Finally, we put crumbs and honey on trees. This activity in the waterfall was very complicated because the instructions were not hard and also we could not give them the material.
In the afternoon, it's 4:30 o'clock. In the food, prepared use fish with garlic, and those who did not like the fish cooked brisket them to.
Sunday, after an excellent stay, we left Tulancingo in a minibus Agua Blanca. We got off at the bus station and transferred to the bus convoy to Tizayuca. Returned to the Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo at 9 p.m., all very happy.
In conclusion, it was a great trip. Commune with nature, do ecotourism activities, disconnect from the world for 2 days was wonderful. We were taught the importance of nature conservation. There is a world outside of social networks, the internet, telephones and more. Mexico has a great and beautiful scenery, but unfortunately we don't know how to use them. It was a great experience for my mates and me. It was our first trip and we hope to travel more.